here today and I think we can all agree that the world has in fact changed. This becomes very pronounced for a company like the Coca-Cola Company, a 127-year-old company that operates in 207 countries around the world. When we think about the fact that YouTube, an 8-year-old company, in fact serves more pages every day than we do beverages, right? That would be a good exhibit A on the world has changed.
Years ago, as you know, I came to you guys and saw, what I thought was the beginnings of what ultimately could be the most valuable, and powerful, platform on planet Earth. And I'm happy to say 3 years later, I couldn't be more certain that that is in fact what YouTube is and what its promise still remains.
If you look at the US alone, over the course of the last year, advertisers and agencies in this country spent more online than they did on traditional broadcast television for the first time ever. So we've reached a real tipping point where digital really is a must-have for media buyers across the country and across the globe.
Consumers like video. They watch an awful lot of it.
And they don't care how it's delivered.
They really don't care how it's delivered. And what's happening, thankfully, as a result of changes in technology and media, is they're able to consume more and more video than they ever have been before. And they can consume it in places they've never been able to consume it, and at times they've never been able to consume it. So for us, it's all video, and all of that video is work. And video is the medium within which we, apply our craft. So when you're creating it, you're creating video.
Yeah.
YouTube 4 months back mentioned 1 billion unique visitors per month.
Right.
I mean, it's a bit of a mind-boggling stat if you think about it.
Yeah.
Second one that's pretty interesting from a marketing standpoint, the second most used search engine is YouTube.
Right.
Not Bing, not Yahoo.
So what does all this mean? Well, for us, when we step back and look at it, there's more content in the world than we can begin to fathom. Last year, on its 7th anniversary, YouTube announced 72 hours of content uploaded every minute of every day. It's just one place, right? Profound amount of content.
Had this idea of how do you take the infinite and make something finite about it, allow people, our kids, as you talk about, they're all able to find everything, anything, anytime, and they find it, frankly, through more social sharing with one another. But for a lot of people, particularly a bit more adult audience, really even 18 to 20-year-olds today and up, having curation and editorial is just so valuable and so important. And so how do you make something finite out of the infinite? And at the same time actually become a lighthouse for that entire enterprise, and that's what YouTube Nation became, as you know.
A lot has changed over the last 14 years. I've spent a lot of time in the last few years talking about a number of internet trends that I think are going to shape the way the future is headed in terms of digital actually being a format for true brand building. But what's really exciting about today, and hopefully I've conveyed that to you, is that it's no longer about the future. It's no longer about trends. I'd argue that because of the relevancy of the internet and how intertwined it is in all of our lives, because of video coming into the forefront, and because finally we can actually make it easier to buy and measure digital campaigns, the internet is here in terms of true scalable brand building.
Brush in its simple form is we were the first consumer packaged goods product to go global exclusively using just YouTube advertising.
So let me ask you this, so is today the best time or the worst time with all the noise and the sea of voices and content? Best time or worst time to start a niche-y, quirky little product?
Well, I think it's actually the best time ever for marketers to join the digital environment, and particularly social platforms.
And is it better for big brands, small brands, or does it matter?
Yeah, I don't think it matters, and it's pretty obvious this is a wave that you'd want to be part of.